Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Dr. Linus Okorie.
Congratulations, everyone in this room. Congratulations. 13 years is a lot. 13 years of accomplishment, 13 years of growth, 13 years of transformation, 13 years of development, 13 years of more. Look at your neighbor and say, do you know who I am? If you know who I am today, you buy me lunch on Monday. Let me celebrate the founders of this great institution for bringing value to the world. Please, can we celebrate them, please? Let us celebrate them, please, for me. Let us celebrate them. Please, everybody on your feet, let's celebrate them for me. Let's celebrate them for me. When you build something, the world will come. Thank you, the leadership of P1 Group, for pulling me out of Abuja to be part of this event. I had to cancel several things because P1 called. I honored it. I want to also appreciate the leadership of these great states, the government systems, represented by the chief of staff and his older entourage that have come to honor P1. If the government says yes, we can do much more. Let's celebrate all of them. And today, my job is very easy. My job today, ladies and gentlemen, is to say to everyone in this room, there is more. There is what? There is more. There is more. The hunger for more is the hunger for growth. Two companies in America that all respect, their CEOs, did something significant. The first CEO was a gentleman that all of us know, the founder of Microsoft company. His name is Bill Gates. Bill Gates began to make huge money. They continue to make such a big money that their stock they rose in the marketplace. And so Bill Gates sat down and said, I would, rather than go for holiday, I am going to stick on and continue to build. And the company continued to grow. Another company that we all respect as well, the CEO of this great company, they made big profit. And the CEO simply said, it is time for me to holiday. And he took a 2 weeks holiday. By the time he took 2 weeks holiday, while he was holidaying, the price of his stock went down. In fact, it began to crash. That in fact, before he could come back, he had been sacked. There is something about complacency. There is something about I have arrived mentality. In celebrating 13 years of growth, there is a tendency that somebody could say, I have arrived. I have arrived mentality is what has crippled businesses in this country and across the world. What it means is that somebody is saying from the other area, I want to maximize opportunities. And they came to me with that powerful statement. Mr. Linus Okorie, you're a chief networker. Help me to maximize opportunities. And I looked at them and said, no. If you want to be more, if you want to rise, if you want to grow, the secret of what you must do is maximize and optimize you. When you optimize you and you develop the mind power that I want to share with you today, the opportunities will come to you. The difference between maximizing opportunities looks like hustle. I want to maximize opportunities. Therefore, you move around without being optimized. Steady, consistent optimization is the secret for sustainable growth. Show me men and women across the world that have built something, done something significant, that are celebrated across the world. They were humans who understood the power of sustaining optimization, personal optimization, personal growth, personal stretching is called the stretching game. Today, I want to bring you to my world. I was 19 years old and a college student of university when I began to understand the secret of mind power. I lost my dad in class 3. There was nobody to take care of me because my mother had 9 of us. 9 of us. And this young man was thrown into government secondary school, Owerri. So I was graduating from secondary school at that age. My world was supposed to be what I represented it in my inside. I understood that. So when old boys used to come for reunion, so what I used to do was that I would put on my badge as school captain and then I'll go to greet them. And when I'm greeting them, I want to make sure everybody sees the badge. So one day, the Commissioner for Finance of Imo State, a man in his 30s, wore a very powerful suit. This suit was outstanding. I loved it. With a patch of white hair right on his head. I approached him with my badge. Very large. School captain. He saw it. We shook hands. And he said, come and visit me. When he invited me to his house, I was so happy. I went to Lagos. Take note of this. As I got into his house, where did he invite me to? In his library. Take note of this. I walked into his library and I saw the biggest library I have ever seen in my life. Everywhere books. While he was there, he sat there for hours studying. I joined him studying too. In the next couple of hours, I had gone to carry my bag from my uncle's place somewhere in town, and I brought it to the man's house. The auntie of the house was walking past. I said, whose bag is this? They said, it's that uncle. It's with uncle. The next thing they did was that they took my bag and they put it in the guest house. Ladies and gentlemen, from that day onward, that became my house. I adopted it as my house because I would take books from the library, I will come into the guest house, all I've been doing, reading and reading. Within a couple of days, my mindset has formed 10 thought patterns that began to shape my life. So today, that story I'm talking to you about, that experience I'm talking to you about, that gentleman that tried to change my life, everybody who came to him came for money. Every cousin came for money. Every niece came for money. Every cousin, everybody came for money. I came not for money. I came for the path of mentorship that is built on the foundation of the learning system. That transformed my life. From that day, I realized that all you need in this life to continue to grow is not more money. All you need in this life as a business person, the PBOs, listen to me. All you need is not more money. All you need is more mind power. And so what did I do? I created 10 thought patterns to become an outstanding, sustainable person, to continue to be relevant in this generation. The 21st century is looking for people with capacity to be relevant. And the only way you can stay relevant is follow this top 10 pattern. Who is ready to join me on the journey? Who is ready in the room? So what I'm going to do is, permit me, I want to step down and just marshal them one after the other. I want you to see my thoughts, my heart. I want you to feel me. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the first thought pattern that is critical in the 21st century is called possibility mindset. It's called what? It's called possibility mindset. The 21st century is tough. The economies of the world is tough. Businesses, the environment in itself is tough. But if your mindset is not bigger than the circumstances and environment, there's no way you can up your game. That's why somebody can be in a family that is filled with strife. But that individual, his mind is beyond it. That individual can enjoy peace. Nobody can grow until you have gone ahead of your generation in your mind. Your businesses cannot grow until you have traveled into the future in your mind. Which means you have seen success in your mind. You have seen growth in your mind. You have seen realization of the goals in your mind. The future is where the game is, not in the past. Whatsoever has happened in the past is gone. The future is filled with possibilities. Your mind has to tap into that. When I realized that, it was a game changer for me. So I began to live in the future. Even though I was in one, I began to live in the future in that one as if I owned the country. My sense of confidence rose so much that once I wore my coat and carried my portmanteau, I owned the world. I began to operate like that. I was assertive. I knew what I could accomplish. The doors began to open. People began to do what people their doors for me. Because I never spoke a negative word anywhere. No matter how tough the environment was. I was filled with possibilities. The job of a businessman in a tough environment is not to bother about the things that are in your environment. It's about strengthening your mind so that your mind can capture you accomplishing great things in your mind. Which means the founders of great organizations, before they accomplished it, they had already accomplished it in their mind first. You cannot build great things until you have become great first in your mind. That's how to go about it. Your mind must think possibilities. Possibilities is one of those things in life that is a spirit, it's an environment, it is a culture, it's a system, it is something you consistently, intentionally, deliberately, so that you can actually grow in order to go with the wind of progress, the wind of success. And guess what? You will defeat circumstances that are difficult. I can't do it is the mindset. We can do it. We can make it happen. Everyone says in this country, real estate, oh my God, I will be one of the biggest owners of real estate in this country. Guess what? It's a possibility. Yes, it can happen. As you see me here, I am no longer at the leadership center in Abuja. I ran for governor of Imo State 2019. I wanted to be governor. I was hungry to be governor. I wanted to make a change in my state. I went to the state and everybody began to call me Your Excellency. Your Excellency. Your Excellency. Your Excellency. Money was going out. Your Excellency. Money was going out. You are the next governor. Money was going out. Incoming. Money was going out. As election was over, I had come number 6. I came number 6 in the election. So I failed forward. What did I do? They asked me, I thought you said we were going to win. And my response was that I failed forward. I did what? I didn't fail the election. I didn't fail. I did what? I failed forward. That was my attitude. But money in the pocket was what? Gone. So I returned to Abuja and immediately friends began to ask me what is next. So I told them that I was going to reinvent myself. So I went overseas and I spent a whole month at the feet of the masters. Some of the best names in the world. Some courses will cost as much as £7,500. Some $10,000. I sat at the feet of the masters. I was stretching and learning. One day, listen to me. One of the things I love about your company, man. One of the things I like about your company, sir, is that this company believes in one fundamental thing that changes nations: leadership development. That is one of the secrets. What club, celebrate yourselves. Leadership development is a future. You are living ahead of your future. That's the future. I went in this class. We were 12 of us in class with Brand Tracy. Anybody knows Brand Tracy? 12 of us in the room. As 12 of us are in the room, this man is about 77 years old, 78 years old. One man took a microphone, took us from 7:30 in the morning till about 7:30 in the evening. We only had 30 minutes rest. Lunch. That was it. Every day for 5 days. As he was teaching, my mind was in a state of what? The possibilities of the future. When we were done in that class, somebody owned 2 private jets in my class. What will somebody with 2 private jets want to do? Be sitting in a classroom to learn. Our mentality in this country is that if you start touching money, it means that you know it all. You have arrived. You are now a big man. No. Your mind could be small, but your pocket is fat. Over a period of time, if you don't enlarge your mind, your pocket will be small. Do you understand? As I finished from that class, you know what I did? I ran down to Nigeria because I've seen a leadership center that will compete with Kennedy School of Government of Harvard. I had seen it in my mind. Others were learning. My mind was on fire. I have seen the future. I've seen my future. As I returned back to Nigeria, I took my wife. I said, let's go. And we began to search for properties immediately. And we got to number 4 Mike Akibewe Jabi. And we saw a big property. The landlord was not there. I saw white people coming to take the property. It was an expensive property in the heart of green area in Abuja. And I walked in, I saw the property. I said, this is what I want. So I told the architect, take a video of me. And he did a video. And I spoke to Nigeria. I said, great people of Nigeria, it will interest you to know that this is the Godly Leadership Center. Welcome to the Godly Leadership Center. I thank you. I've not seen landlord. I've not discussed anything. To cut the long story short, in 6 months, we had set up the most comprehensive leadership center in the whole of this country in that same property. And President Obasanjo in person commissioned it. Not a joke. As I'm talking to you now, I've left the center. I've left what? My mind is where? My mind now is in the first leadership university in the whole of West African region, 7-star, $50 million. By the 28th of December 2028, it will be commissioned to the world. As I'm talking to you now, when I made this statement, initial statement, the land was not there. As I'm talking to you right now, 5 hectares of land, CFO, is in my hands. In Abuja, no other place else. Because I understand that it is not what is in your pocket. It is visionary leadership that shapes the future. Go ask Singapore, go ask Dubai. With no money in your pocket, you can own a real estate company tomorrow that will be talk of town. Stop complaining and saying and gossiping back end. Stop it. Let vision fill your mind, not gossip. Not hatred. Let vision, let ideas fill your mind. I can do it. We can make it happen. We can build it. The world can come to us. That's number one. Possibility what? Thinking. It's a mindset that says we can get it done. My brother, is there anybody in this room that wants to build something great? Can I see your hand? You can build it. If only you can create it in your mind first. Let the prototype become a customer consistently staying in your mind. Let it become a visitor. Then let it come and stay. Then let it now become the owner in your mind. That's how it is done. Then your words can no longer be negative. Your words will not be, let's make it happen. Things are forming. It is well. Let's go for it. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Mind power is the way to go. Number 2, after mind power, is innovation. It's what? I innovate because I believe I can create. Dubai simply said, Dubai will never be in the second position ever. It was a declaration. Dubai, the leaders of Dubai, they made a declaration, Dubai will always be in the first position. And then they began to define what they wanted to do. They began to recreate. They began to innovate. They began to make it happen. And guess what? As I'm talking to you right now, Dubai has shaped the way tourism, the way business trade, the way investment is done. The world is trooping to Dubai. Why? They built it. They innovated their way to the future. You want to become great, you're not stretching for innovation. We want to become great, ideas do not mean anything to you. Do you know that ideas are the central point of building it? How do I know an innovator? An idea comes to your mind, you don't jump to the street and start talking about it. An idea comes to your mind, what do you do with the idea? You sit down with the idea, you lock up yourself with the idea, you begin to incubate the process, begin to ask questions, question the assumptions. You began to ask, as you begin to do that, once you begin to stretch, after a while, that idea begins to make sense. Then it begins to become a product. Then it begins to become a service. Once that idea becomes a service that is excellent, all questions answered, you bring it to the marketplace. What does it do in the marketplace? It knocks out a product that existed in the marketplace and you take over. Because the marketplace is mean. The marketplace is what? It's very mean. The marketplace is a place where you rest for 1 hour. In the next 2 hours, you can't catch up. The marketplace is filled with a lot of challenges. But guess what? There are company brand names that you know 10 years ago, they have disappeared. One new company had knocked them out. One product or service had knocked them out. Who do you want to knock out? You say knock here. You can knock somebody out when you are prepared, when you have innovated your way, when creativity becomes the center of your thoughts, when you create your way through. Leaders are creative agents of change. Leaders are creative what? Agents of change. You come to a system, PBOs, you say, you know what? My company by next year, this is what it should look like. Then you lock up yourself 3 hours a day thinking, what should I do differently? Who should I talk to? Where should I go from here? Who should I call right now? What's my database like? And you think your way through. That's how nations are changed. Creativity, innovation. You must think it. It must be part of your thoughts. Number 3 is what we call passion. We call it what? Passion is the currency for leaders. Passion is the currency for what? For leaders. You know the way I speak, the way I speak? I love the thing I do. Even if I'm dreaming, I'm sleeping, tap me. My wife said she has experienced me waking up in the middle of the night and talking to Nigeria. So you can't be passionate about a brand and nobody knows. If you're passionate about P1 group, the way you introduce it, the company is different. They say introduce it, what do you do? So actually, I heard I'm a PBO. They say we should be talking to people about real estate. No. When you are passionately pursuing something, the world knows it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So all of you are here now. You saw the way passionately danced today. I saw dancing like never before today. I wish that the way you dance today, that is also the way that you stretch your mind in learning about real estate. Passionately doing what? Learning about real estate. Passionately learning on how to be number 1 in real estate. It's a passion. Let somebody knows you have appeared. That's real estate. That's passion. Nobody will give you what they don't need if they don't see passion. Your mind must think what? Passion. Everybody in this room, your mind must think what? Passion. Passion has changed things for me. It can for you too. And the 4th thing that is so critical, I want you to look at your neighbor. This 4th one is think integrity. Think what? The concept of reliability. Your name is reliable. It's a currency. In real estate today, if people can trust you, you will build and grow. I know a man who belonged to board of companies in this country. Well, he didn't have any share in any company. People say, we love your name. Come and serve in our company. And they gave him 10%. Gave him 5%. Gambala Nosode. Build wealth through board membership. Name. If they mention your name in the circle of P1, can somebody refer you to another person? So the future from now, you can repent and reinvent, because the future of P1 is going to be built on reliability. Does that make sense at all? If there is any message that I have for you today, build a name the world will search for you. You can be a person of honor. You say a word, your word means what? Your word is your bond. You give somebody a message, it's done. That's the way to go about it. I gave my word, I'm coming here, and I came. It was challenging. Yesterday, or a day before yesterday, the president has inaugurated us into a committee for a national conference at the villa, and there were things we were supposed to walk through the next day. But I gave Mama my word that I was coming, and I did everything to be here. I came straight from the airport yesterday to honor this invitation. Once the word goes out, it can't be taken back. That's why I told you a Japanese man can commit suicide if he's not able to keep his word. Can our word become our bond? The word will come to us. Number 5, contribution. Number 5 is what? Contribution. Listen, Evita Peron was the wife of the former president of Argentina. You know what she said? Evita Peron said her greatest fear in life is to be forgotten. Is to be forgotten. Her greatest fear in life is to be what? Forgotten. Evita Peron said that powerfully. How could a woman say that? My greatest fear in life is to be forgotten. The truth of the matter is that this woman did something powerful. This woman called Evita Peron was the wife of former president of Argentina, and she made a comment, "My greatest fear in life is to be forgotten." And then she began to build around those words. So he says, contribution to life is what you should think about. After here, what next? What's my legacy? What will I be known for? What do I give to community? What do I give to my country? What do I give to the company? How do I invest in the company? How do I grow the company? How do I serve the company? These are things that should be in your thoughts. Service is a way to the top. Stop seeking for recognition. Serve, and recognition will come to you. I was at an event, and one man walked in. I was at the front seat. The man came to me and said, "They have not introduced me, sir." I said, "But I'm not a player. I'm a guest like you." He said, "Tell them to introduce me. I'm Doctor, Engineer, Chief." Once he said that, I said, "This man is a nobody." When you are a great man, you don't need introduction. When you're a great man, you appear, people will come to you. Stop fighting that you didn't get, somebody didn't greet you. Those petty things can destroy a company. He's frowning his face at me. Is insignificant. What is important here is serve your way through. The person who does not like you will give you the necessary, because they cannot do without you. You become indispensable. That's the future. Evita Peron served the poor, and she helped her husband win a second term. When she died, at 33 years of age, she died. The whole country wept. They refused that she be buried. Evita Peron today is a big name in Argentina because of service. You can't serve your way and you don't grow. That's why Simon Sinek wrote a book and titled it "Leaders Eat Last." Every leader that learns how to eat last will be sustainable. People will come to you to serve you. You have not served your way, you want to jump to the top. That's not how life is. What we have done here is 13 years, isn't it? 13 years. Was it 13 years easy? It's been tough. It's still tough. We will break through service. That's the way to go. And 2 more items, I'm done. Number 6 is called ownership. It's called what? It's called what? Leaders think ownership. It's not about me, it's about us. Imagine if Nigeria as a system thought ownership. Once you step up in position of leadership, it's not about you again. It's about the business success. It's about the brand protection. It's about protecting the company you belong to. It's about us. Once you build the concept of us, the world will come to you. They will see you as a selfless person. A company in England was disappearing. It was already making profit. People already building from the company. Suddenly, the company began to crash, began to go down. The owners of the company were worried, and they met my mentor, Professor John Adair, the first professor of leadership in the world. And he came to the company to rescue them. So he became a ghost and walked through the company's systems, and he realized that the reason why the company was falling and failing was, number 1, ego has overcome the real purpose why the company was established. Personal ego. 2, infighting. 3, greed. 4, pettiness. By the time he counted all of them, he designed a leadership course and trained the people. And let me shock you, in 6 months, that company made £1 billion in profit. Because everybody began to work as a team. It's ownership. We own this. It's about us. Is P1 Group our own? Is P1 group our own? The interest of P1 group will be greater than every other person. Then the company grows. Then everybody shares. Growth, share. Growth, share. Growth, share. Growth, share. But if the company goes down, everybody goes down. Very important. And number 7, which is my last point, and then Ejara. Number 7 is called value for time. It's called what? It's called what? Can somebody repeat that after me? Many years ago, I was invited by American government. There's a program they call IVLP. It started in 1932. America goes every year. They invite 27 people in that program to come to America, which means you don't apply. America looks for you. So I made it from Africa. About 4 of us from Africa. We're a total of 27. And we went to America. I remember vividly. Throughout our 1 month in America, America funded us to understand what makes America work from the leadership perspective. And then we were moving from 4 states, one state to the other. Each and every one of us, every office we went to, there was never a day that the person we went to meet was 1 minute late. There was never a day that we were 1 minute late. Until we went to Atlanta, the Nigerian factor showed up. What happened? I went to Martin Luther King Jr. Center. As I went to the center, I saw books. We're already leaving. The bus is set to go. And they delayed they said 1 minute to go. I said, let me rush and just get this book. As I rushed and one person was standing in the queue. You know you won't jump queue in America. You won't jump queue. So I stood. Book. Temptation of book. As I bought the book, I wanted to go back to the bus. The bus has left. Me, I had to find my way back to the hotel. It pained me because it disrespected me. Do you understand what I'm saying? It disrespected me. And so from that day onward, anything called time, value for time, you don't manage time, you lead you to take care of time. That's how time mattered to me. Going forward, if P1 as a company, as a group, can put it in your own system, that going forward, that you will not waste 1 minute. Going forward, that time will matter. Going forward, listen to me. From the head to the down, everybody can make time, respect time, and you see the extra value that you produce. Trust me. And my parting message to everyone, and I want everybody to stand as I make this parting message. I came all the way from Abuja to make this parting message. Please rise on your feet, everybody, as I make this message. This is my parting message. Everybody wants to make a difference. Everybody wants to count. But the truth of the matter is that it's not everybody who wants to make a difference that ends up making a difference. The difference is that everybody in this room would have to choose to be ordinary or extraordinary. And the secret is in your mind power. If Nigeria has to be great, all of you having 500 real estates is not enough to make Nigeria great. Each person. We have a long way to go. This dream has built many dreams. And because this dream has built many dreams, my advice to you is that going forward, for those of you who have graduated from the P1 Business Academy, I want to congratulate you. But guess what? The greatest gift you can give to yourself is to say, from today, I will average every day 4 hours of learning every day. Personal learning, 4 hours. You have just started. 4 hours of learning. If you do that for 365 days, I promise you, this country will come for you. and for good. Is anybody making a deal with me? Any deal with me? Any deal with me? So I want you to repeat after me. Say I. Mention your name. From today, I choose to be a stakeholder in P1 Group. From today, I will stretch to serve this brand. My affection for this brand rises afresh. From today, I am falling in love with this brand afresh. From today, I will build a mindset of possibilities. From today, I will become a creative mind. From today, I will be passionate about my life. From today, I will build communities. I will contribute, and I will respect time. Nigeria, you will see me, you honor me for my contribution and for my work. So help me God. Thank you very much.